I have now put out simple one-shot builds for all 5 of the characters in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which are straightforward standalone builds, seeing the character perform well solo or in a group dynamic. Each character comes with a one-turn solution both for clearing the screen of all enemies and extreme single target damage as well. Whilst I've recently done a max burn Verso build with Verso, as well as an infinite void Noceram build which is quite unique, I really wanted to revisit and revamp the OG Phantom Stars build so that we can fine-tune it and perfect it, breathing some new life into it. We've got no time to waste, Verso's got places to be, so let's jump right into increasing your OP-ness. The build revolves heavily around the weapon, priming you for optimal skill usage with great synergy, letting you start the battle, jumping right in and keeping it super simple. The weapon of choice is the wonderful and often overlooked Blowdam, which you can acquire by defeating the Chromatic Reaper cultist, found on the island that's kind of wrapped around by a hook of mountains and blocked by coral reefs northeast of the coastal cave. Once you have it obtained, you'll see that it's a pretty neat weapon, boasting pretty solid base power compared to his other swords, light elemental which doesn't really play much of a part, and a very important set of bonus skills which have very high synergy with the build. The level 4 ability changes Verso's perfection ranks to now instead be based on his current health totals, gaining 1 rank for every 20% of missing HP. You can see where this is going. By putting him at 1 health at the start of the fight, we're going to go straight to S rank, with Blowdam's level 10 ability bringing in even more synergy, giving us 20% increased light damage with skills, which for Phantom Stars is going to be very useful indeed. And lastly, the level 20 ability to give us +1 AP on ranking up is neither here nor there. As ever, the attributes are very self-explanatory, with the weapon's primary stat scaling being agility and secondary stat scaling being defense. We'll allocate our attribute points into might, agility and defense respectively. The skill setup is super straightforward, with the whole build revolving around one skill, the fantastic Phantom Stars, dealing extreme light damage to all enemies over 5 hits. It has the capacity to break, costing all 9 AP but reduced down to 5 AP when at S rank, which we will be. The rest of your skills are completely at your discretion. You can take Berserk Slash as a backup just in case one or more of the enemies absorb or nullify light damage, and given that it deals physical damage, not your weapons element, it's a pretty good option. Not only that, but it is actually tremendously powerful. You can make a whole build around this, given the synergy of being at 1 HP. Onto the Pictos we're going to be using. As I'm approaching this from the perspective of a solo build, I'm not going to go for 100% crit rate or high speed particularly. Instead, I'm going to double dip and equip Pictos, giving me some of the very high cost Luminas that I want to use. Here I've gone for Survivor, worth 20 Lumina points, Energy Master costing 40, and Cheetah costing 40 as well, giving us 100 free Lumina points to play around with the rest of our build, which we can go and do now. Let's break down the setup of all of the Luminas here. With Accelerating Last Stand and Empowering Last Stand, we're going to give ourselves Auto Rush and Auto Powerful, combined with Energizing Rush and Energizing Powerful, plus Energizing Turn Energy Master. This takes care of our AP generation from the get-go. It's also very important that we use Auto Death alongside Survivor, which is one of the Pictos we had equipped, to leave us on 1 HP, activating Blowdam's ability, bringing us up to S rank. Easy peasy, no fuss. First Strike will ensure that we'll play first even if our speed isn't high enough. Cheetah, another one of the equipped Pictos, is going to let us play twice in a row. Very useful for if you need to do 2 lots of Phantom Stars to get the job done. And the rest are all damage increasing Luminas, as many as you have, including even the option, if you wish to do so, to fire out some free aim shots, try and get a burn stack, maybe a mark. You've got the option available, you don't have to. You may instead be more interested in At Death's Door, Confident Fighter, Glass Cannon, Greater Powerful, Immaculate, In Medias Res with Powerful Shield, Shield Affinity solidifying, Inverted Affinity, Solo Fighter, Tainted. Given the cumulative nature of the damage multipliers, each and every single one you have is super beneficial. However, if you are missing 1 or 2, do not worry, it's not the end of the world. Likewise with not being level 99 or not having a level 33 weapon, it is far more important that you understand the principles behind the build than having every single element displayed here per se. And all that's left is for us to put it all together and take it for a spin. Upon Upon starting a battle, Verso will be bukaki'd by a plethora of damage increasing luminas, including setting his HP to 1, which will automatically put him up to rank S due to the Blowdamn's weapon ability. We will be playing first and we have all of the AP that we need. Head over to skills and unleash Phantom Stars, dealing extreme light damage to all enemies over 5 hits. This is gonna wipe the screen of even the most powerful of enemies in the game. If you need to take another turn, you can do so and use another Phantom Stars, ensuring that you bring down absolute annihilation. There are very few opponents that can withstand this. Despite being so simple, it is super effective. If you need a little bit of extra juice, you can use some of your free aim shots to stack some burn, deal some additional damage, maybe get a mark out as well for the first hit of Phantom Stars to do a bit more. It's a very solid build. It'll even trivialize Painted Love if you use it properly. The main and probably only caveat of the build is that you are dealing light damage. In those cases, it is helpful to have a contingency skill like Berserk Slash, but given the whole build revolves around light damage by the light damage character, if you're in an area where you keep facing opponents absorbing or nullifying light, just use someone else. And there you have my super simple, updated, perfected, one-turn Verso build. Unleashes absolute devastation with Phantom Stars despite being so straightforward. Unpainting your opponents as easy as 1, 2, 3, woo-wee, mon ami. I mentioned right at the beginning, but I've done one of these for each of the 5 characters. You may be interested in checking those out if you enjoyed this one. It's more of the same, really epic, mostly solo focused, whilst also having the Maelle ability to apply these same core principles to a group dynamic. If you do enjoy my style of builds, I take a very similar approach to different games as well. Feel free to subscribe for more, but either way, until next time, for those who come after.